Hey guys, how are you doing today? My name is Kim Douglas. Just want to come share a couple or one prosperity point with you, help you out a little bit in your life, help you out a little bit in your business. So today is going to be a fun, excessively crazy story for all the mothers out there, just people in general that want to have a good laugh. So this one's in honor of Mother's Day, and it's called not texting and driving, but pumping and driving. I have never heard of anything like that, and I am going to get into that topic a little bit more. So as you guys are coming in, go ahead and let me know how you're doing, how you're feeling. Hopefully today's Mother's Day here in the US, at least today's Mother's Day, and we are recognizing mothers today. And actually, I think that today, if you're just a woman, congratulations for all women. I do, because we all have that nurturing and mothering spirit. We do. So this is for all the women out there. I just want to say happy Mother's Day to you. Like I said, you are all blessed with that nurturing and mothering spirit. Even if you don't have kids of your own, I'm pretty sure that there's been someone that you've mentored in your life, someone that you've trained, even taking care of a household, or taking care of your pets, or taking care of like I said, your nieces and your nephews. So yes, I want to say happy Mother's Day to all the women out there, right? So like I said, I'm going to share this really quickly, this crazy, insanely crazy Mother's Day story that I heard about, just something crazy that a mother did in a tough situation. We've all been there. We've all, done some pretty, crazy things. I'm pretty sure we all have a crazy mom story or two. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. I'm just going to share this really quickly in a group, and then we're going to get started. So yes, oh my goodness, just this is the most insane thing that I ever heard. So I'm going to get started, right? So this story is about not texting and driving, but pumping and driving, okay? And all my moms out there, you know what I'm talking about. When you have your baby, not that I've ever done this, but you might have your baby. I went to a women's conference, right? It was Friday and Saturday at my church, Champion Center. And one of the guests, the speakers, one of the pastors got up and she gave her story about, it's just a crazy mom story. It's a women's conference. It's about empowerment and just enlightenment, and it was such a blast and such an awesome time. So she shared this story about pumping and driving. So she said she was kind of in a hurry. She was running late. She was actually on her way to church. And she was like, when you're breastfeeding, the time is very important, okay? Because when your body is ready, you're just gonna, just to let you know how this works, you're just gonna really start producing milk. So if you're not ready, if you don't have your child ready, or if you don't have your breast pump ready, the milk is going to come anyways, it's going to come anyways, right? So, you have to do that on a set schedule. It's pretty set, right? So she was in a rush and she didn't want to be late. So she was like, you know what? I'm going to multitask. I'm going to do two things at once. So not texting and driving, and I'm not advocating that either. That's not a good activity. Just want to put that out there. Please don't do that. Pay attention to the road. Do what you need to do. But I just want to share this funny story. So not texting and driving, but she was pumping and driving. Breast pumping and driving, so that she could, she had the one hand on the wheel, and then she had, the other hand hooked up to the pump, so it's just like, that is crazy and insane that, that she's like, hey, we're going to multitask. And like I said, if you're a mom out there, you definitely know what I'm talking about multitasking. Ever even attempted this or tried to do this, just crazy. But we got to do what we got to do sometimes as moms. Like I said, we're multitasking. We're trying to be here and there. We're trying to fit in so much into the schedule. We're trying to make sure that we get here in a timely fashion and that we still take care of our kids at the same time. I have a crazy mom story that I want to share. My son was about 2 years old. And at that, things that you don't expect to happen as your kids grow. You're like, whoa, how did that happen? Why did that happen? So this was like an early Sunday morning. We're just barely waking up and getting started with the day or whatnot. So we're getting started with the day, and my son, I hear him making some weird noises, in his room. So I run in the room and I check to see what is going on. So my son, he managed to kind of jam a nickel in between his two teeth, right? And I'm like, oh my God, what is he doing? So I'm panicking, I'm freaking out, right? And I see that it's lodged in there pretty good. Like, he literally had to push hard with some force to get it stuck in between his tooth, right? And I could actually see that the nickel was like resting underneath his actual tooth. So I'm trying to grab it. He's slobbering all over the place. I'm panicking. I'm freaking out because I don't want this to get lodged in my son's throat. I don't want him to like swallow this nickel, and he's 2. So I'm like, oh my God, we got to go to the urgent care or whatnot. So I'm trying to get him in the car, and I get my daughter in the car, who is about 6 at the time. I'm like, Naomi, please just hold his mouth open, so I can get to the hospital, whatever. And then I get in the car and I get maybe a block down. I'm like, you know what? I don't want to take the chance because I don't want him to be crying or messing around and he actually swallow that nickel. So I turn around the block and then I called 911. I was like, I need someone to come and help get this out of his mouth. I don't want him to choke, right? So I'm trying to hold it. He's slobbering all over it. I can't get a grasp on it. And so the fireman comes and he's just he gets it and he yanks. And I was scared to do it because, like I said, it was lodged pretty well under his tooth, right? So I was scared to do it. And I was trying, but it wasn't working. But he comes in and right away he's able to just yank it out. And I was just like, like I said, my son was really young at the time, and as a mom, I'm panicking and freaking out, So like I said, even with the breast pumping and driving and, seeing stuff like that happen, quarters or coins lodged in your kid's mouth or something like that. I also used to work in a pediatric clinic, so I've seen all kinds of craziness, for the mothers out there. Erasers stuck in noses, light bright pieces stuck in little kids' ears. So wherever there is an area, you might find something, a Lego stuck in a nose. I've seen some crazy stuff, not only just as a pediatric medic, but also as a mom myself. And I just wanted to share that story, just an encouraging, funny story about, moms and the things that we do when we're in a bind, or the things that might happen that, you're with your kids and you're just like, wow, that was goofy. At the time you might panic, but then when you look back on it, you're just like, man, that was crazy, right? That was crazy. So like I said, I just wanted to give that funny, encouraging story. And I did want to drop one extra line in there too, that when I was at the women's conference, it was a lot of fun. It was a ton of fun. But I did want to say that one really good point that I learned from this conference was that he said, our pastor, he actually spoke as well too. And he said that women, we tend not to bond together. We tend not to bond together, but we tend to separate ourselves. We tend to be catty toward each other, or we tend to be, not encouraging and lifting each other up. So I just want to encourage you to, find some light in the females around you. Be a light yourself. Let's bring each other up. Like I said, we've all had our, challenges and struggles and, just things that happen in motherhood, but we need to learn to bond together instead of tearing each other down. So I hope that you guys enjoyed that crazy mom story. If you can and you found value out of this, go ahead and share your own crazy mom story down in the comments below and just let me know what you guys are doing. Hopefully you are enjoying your day. If no one has told you already, like I said to all the women out there, because you do have that nurturing built into you. So I just want to say happy Mother's Day. I want you guys to have a prosperous day and or night and future on purpose. All right, just want to say you guys take care. Have a good one. Bye.